Hello, beautiful people. How are you doing this morning? It's good to see y'all. Hit that like button if you will. My apologies for being a few minutes late. Had to pull some things together. But I hope that you are doing well this fine Thursday. Shout out to everybody who's watching, and of course, all of the members here on Patreon, or excuse me, here on YouTube and Patreon. All of the subs here, all of the supporters on the Substacks. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to the best mod squad on the internet. If you are chatting or following along with the chat, make sure you change your chat settings from top chat to live chat so you don't miss anything. Let's see what else. Oh, yes. Shout out to everybody who has Oh, okay. Well, I was frozen there for a second. Sorry. Shout out to everybody who has copped their pre-sale of Exhibit A, the book we're all waiting for, the book we're all waiting to be finished. And also shout out to everybody who has copped their signed second edition Bloodlines and Battle Rhymes. Link in the description. Go ahead and get you a copy. It's goodness. It's good stuff. You're welcome, beautiful. Good morning, Legacy Builds. Good morning to everybody. We gonna get to this fool in a minute. All right. We gonna get to this fool in a minute. Just give me a second here. I'm multitasking. Check something real quick in my real life. One moment, please. Thank you. My apologies for the interruption. Okay. All right. We now return to our regular scheduled programming. The announcement. The announcement. You're funny. There will be an announcement directly after this live on the post tab on YouTube. I'm not making the announcement here. So at least I don't think I am. I don't think I'm going to be on live that long. So 3 p.m. Eastern, post tab. Check it out. Some of you made some guesses that were quite lofty and some just adorably way off and some hilarious, and I appreciate that. So yeah, it's not going to be live making, it'll be on the post tab. You can check it out. All right, cool. I mean, I feel like after some of the guesses, y'all need to temper your expectations, okay? Temper your expectations. Some of you are like, it's going to be a Drake document. Beloved, how would I be able to predict that? I mean, I'm good at probabilities, but how would I be able to predict that? My probability predictions for when we would get the motion to dismiss did not come to pass, okay? Yeah, we're 59 days post oral arguments. My little probability for funsies projection had us within the first 30 days. But then I realized last night, as I was thinking about how did I come up with that I left out some important factors. So yeah, we'll get it in the next month or so. I don't know. But yeah, temper your expectations, people. Okay. All right. This is a little mom pop operation we got going here. So, but also goals are great. Aspirations are great. But yeah, some of your guys' guesses were high key hilarious. Well, how nice for you, Tori Michelle. Wow, 59 days. Didn't even realize. Well. You don't need to rub it in. You don't need to rub it in. Haven't even thought about it. Oh, how nice for you. You're obviously not getting kicked out for that, but I'm just going to do this because how dare you? The pain and suffering that is happening over here on a daily basis. Jesus Christ. Also the bill. Okay, the bill. There will be talk about announcement today. There will be a post on the post tab tomorrow. Beloveds. This shit is expensive every day. Directly support sis. Directly support your auntie. Directly support Miss AFSA so I can not hyperventilate at just the daily cost of checking the docket to see if there is an update is stressful. Man, it's terrible. He let me go to a comedy show last weekend. I did get to go out and see Josh Johnson, and that was on his that was Josh Johnson's set for YouTube this week. Check it out. Hilarious. If you haven't already. No. Sorry. You're going to have to wait. We're on a tight. I'm already off. We're on a tight one here. So you're going to have to wait until I get through our topics, and hopefully you will still be here and we will have time for some long black goodbye. But thank you for asking. I appreciate that very much. The torture. The torture. Okay, so here's where we're gonna start, because this will go through, quick. Then we're going to get to the thing that I really want to talk about. And then we're going to get to the thing that we all want to talk about. Okay? So just bear with me. Enjoy the show. The Alphabet Mafia held an emergency session. One of these things we thought was not like the others, but it turns out that's not the case. That's not the case. The 48th annual Kennedy Center honors were announced recently. Okay, this comes under Donald taking the reins on the arts. I appreciate this very much. I really do. I can't tell you how much. I appreciate it. Y'all do this. Okay? Y'all do this. I don't get YouTube until God, we've already been over the fact that months are difficult for me in numeric form. I don't get YouTube for a while. And yes, the docket needs to be kept. The docket bill needs to be kept at a reasonable amount, because it was almost $1,000 last time. So, which is fine, but it still needs to be paid, right? Yeah. So thank you. I appreciate you. Back to this biscuit head. The 48th annual Kennedy Center honors were announced. This is under the current, psychotic administration who has put their hands on all things related to the arts. And one thing was noticed immediately. Why is Gloria Gaynor of I Will Survive fame? So if you didn't know, now you're having yeah. Why? Oh shit, why? Why is she being honored? Well, because she is an ardent, committed, let me get the right thing on the screen, MAGA supporter financially. Where it matters most. She takes the money that she gets from the alphabet mafia, constantly licensing, streaming her song, and then gives that to the people who don't want gay families in children's movies, and stuff like that. Shout out to Midas News. Gloria Gaynor, renowned for her iconic anthem, I Will Survive, has recently been named one of the 2025 Kennedy Center honorees. The announcement made by Trump has sparked controversy, particularly among some of Gaynor's LGBTQ plus IA fans who view her hit song as a symbol of resistance and empowerment. Trump, who has been known for glomming onto pop culture and celebrities to boost his MAGA brand of politics, has now teased he will rename the venue the Trump Kennedy Center. The ceremony itself is scheduled for December 7th and will be hosted by Trump himself, likely further turning the event into a political spectacle. Trump's White House tagged Gloria Gaynor's Twitter account in a tweet announcing her Kennedy Center nomination. Her and other artists were announced on the same White House page, which celebrates Trump's attacks on due process, migrant, and human rights. Oh, she got diamonds, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Gay diamonds. After the announcement, many questioned if Gaynor, whose real name is Gloria Fowles, oh, the gimme is just too good. Fowles, Fowles, Fowles. I'm so dead. Actually supported Trump. Okay, sorry, let me start that over. After the announcement, many questioned if Gaynor, whose real name is Gloria Fowles, actually supported Trump and if she would be willing to reject the award to protest him. Many asked if Gaynor herself supported Trump, as her partisan political leanings haven't explicitly been made public. In 2017, during Trump's first term, Gaynor, during an address at the Library of Congress, stated, "I'm really not a political person, so I'm not about to really become political," but noted, "A lot needs to change," and began speaking about righteousness, unselfishness, concern for the less fortunate, and civic responsibility. However, Gaynor's past political donations, uncovered by Midas Touch under the name Gloria Fowles, showed that Gaynor wasn't very political in her giving, at least not at first. In 2016, Gaynor did denote $235 in support of Ben Carson. That baby, I never forgot that coontastic motherfucker. No, he's in the pantheon of coontastic Negroes. We went from smooth brain to worm brain. But according to FEC donation records, didn't donate politically for years after. Okay, this is so fascinating. Then something changed in 2023. Gaynor's giving, according to FEC records, suggested the entertainer has become very political in 2023 to 2024, having donated multiple times to right-wing candidates and groups totaling nearing 22,000 gay-ass dollars. Republicans and groups who have benefited from Gaynor's donations include Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, $2,160.57. Kevin McCarthy, $356.15. The National Republican Senatorial Committee, $1,190.53. Marsha Blackburn, $2,041.50. Dave McCormick. Ooh, Josh Hawley. Remember that little bitch boy who they had on security cam running through the tunnels as the people were attacking the Capitol? First he was, we're with you. And as soon as they said, we're coming, that little bitch boy ran. Remember him? Yeah. $1,242.28. Gay dollars. Ted Cruz. Oh, well. Interesting. $476.18. Marco Rubio, the man throwing people out of the country right now. The one kidnapping everybody and throwing them out of the country. The person responsible, not her, him. Not my face is melting, him. $114.10. Elise Stefanik, $1,173.05. Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan? The same Jim Jordan who knew that players were being abused when he was the assistant coach? That Jim Jordan? Really? How much money did you give Jim Jordan? $1,173.05. Oh my God. She donated to America's favorite brown M&M, Vivek Ramaswamy. Lose yourself to the music. That dude with the red hat, him, $1,219.14 gay ass cents. The new Journey pack, $610.25. Yeah, Ben, again, there's Ben. Ooh, Nikki Haley. Oh, God. Nikki fucking Haley. Is she the bitch that fucked up everything at the United Nations? It's a rhetorical question. $1,123.05 queer ass cents. How interesting. So, she about to go broke. Oh, God. Cash flow is about to decrease significantly for her. Period. MAGA doesn't license enough IP to keep her afloat. That was the gays, babe. You about to experience what it's like to be divorced. Like Target. You about to find out. Okay. I beg your finest pardon. How dare you? Comport yourself accordingly. She hates everybody. It's bumming out a lot of people. And not all skin folk are kinfolk. Not all people who sit up and say, oh, I think it's great that they love the song and they take strength from it. That's not the same words as I support you. I just love the way the young people have embraced the song and that it's become an anthem for people and da 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 da. And they feel empowered by it and it's special to them. And I have people tell me all the time it's special to them. Is not the same thing as I support you. That is the lesson being learned today. I knew immediately. As soon as she was announced, I was like, it's whatever it is, it's coming because there is a reason, a material reason why she has been nominated. So while other people were like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, we go find out. And here we are. They will not. Her song is in a lot of media. So I'm sure she's got, pennies or dollars or whatever, rolling in on a consistent basis. New media, on the other hand, forget about it. You know how many people dumped that off of their karaoke club night workout playlist. Like, it was an immediate, oh, fuck her. You must be kidding. Who the fuck do you think you are and what are you doing? Now, I know what you're doing, so I don't care. I'm not going to go to the, oh my God, I'm emotionally outraged. No. I think it's great. It's not the same thing as I support gay people. Is it TQ or is it teak? Me having a light bulb moment after a year. Is that how patient you've been with me? I've been fucking it up this whole time. I'm gonna go with teak. How dare I? I'm Gen X. That song has meant so much to me. As a little girl who was abused, I sang it out loud with my friends anytime we heard it play. This is rocking people in a very deep way. So yeah, I'm laughing about it, but it is rocking people in a very deep way. In a very deep way. Like nothing is sacred. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. I mean, I thought Teak was kind of fire. I just all of a sudden looked at it a completely different way after all these months. I was like, wait a minute. But hey, I got it right. Our gay icon is a fucking MAGA to the core. She has given thousands of dollars to Ben Carson, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, Jim Jordan, Elise Stefanik, Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, Josh Hawley, Marsha Blackburn, Kevin McCarthy, Mike Johnson, and more. That's just the highlight, low light, gutter light list. I'm pretty sure people would burn something down. I'm pretty sure people would burn something down if it was Sheryl Lee Ralph. If it was Sheryl Lee Ralph, I would have been here when the news broke and just been like, listen, I need you to think about your next steps, okay? Everybody, we're going to just breathe together. Think about your next steps before you do anything rash. That would be just as devastating, but in a different way, for sure. Perfect. Septic light. So, yeah, and if it's not, if I'm not laughing because I think it is funny to the point of not that I think it's funny and not serious. I think it is extremely fucking serious. What I am laughing at is the fact that she has been outed in such a very overt way. And I'm laughing at the fucking nerve. I'm laughing at the fucking nerve. So there's your public persona, and then there's who you are. And this is who she is. Who knows what the hell she's been giving money to this year? So, but if this is who she is, then that's where she's going to be. And by the time this event comes around, which I believe is December 7th, she's going to be on my COINTELPRO infiltrator thumbnail, because they're going to martyr her, basically. Oh my God, the Antifa left, or whatever it is they're going to say, attacked Gloria for her support of America and tried to boycott her music. Everybody download it. Everybody buy her album. Everybody do this and the other. They are going to exalt her as the latest convenient coon. So it just is what it is at this point in time. She can't stand up and say, I support the rights of gay people. You fucking liar. You cannot give these people money that is designed to keep them in positional power and say you care about any fucking body except for white supremacy. I'm not political, so I'm not about to get political, but I will say there are some things that need to change. That means that you are at least smart enough to know that if you say out loud what it is that you feel needs to change, you are going to lose money and support and popularity from the people that keep them gay ass diamonds on your wrist. That's what that means. It doesn't mean anything else. So she is immediately about to be painted as a victim by the right because of the backlash that she's getting from everybody else. None. 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 So, and that's why it's going to be a divorce. There will be no making up. You took gay money and gave it to people who think it's a life choice or a sickness. So it's not going to be a boycott. It's going to be a divorce. And she deserves that. She does not deserve one more fucking dime. Not one more fucking dime. There's no justification for that. There is no justification for that. I can promise you. There is not going to be some expose one day on my political contributions. I don't make political contributions. And I won't even go to a fundraiser. I don't think it's appropriate. So I don't care who's going to be there. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. So I do understand that it is truly devastating for people, but I also hope that this just reality hits people in different ways. And this is a betrayal. It feels like a personal betrayal, let alone an attack, but it feels like a betrayal. And those are the kinds of emotional experiences that people need to have in order to realize the broader situation that they are in. And those things can show up in all kinds of ways. So again, I'm not laughing because I don't think this is serious, impact and or impactful in many a way. I also see it as 1000% necessary. Because at the very least, I understand in order to reach a critical mass, people have to experience many things. But one of the things that they do have to experience is a sense of emotional devastation and a feeling of betrayal. And that can come from anywhere. It can come from a direct government action. It can come from somebody in your family doing, saying, voting something. It can come from somebody who you listen to every time you thought about leaving the earth and decided to stay. And that is what her song represents for millions of people who thought her acknowledgement of their embrace of it was the same thing as I support you. And it wasn't. And everybody needs to know that. Just like everybody needed to know that Target doesn't give a fuck about the black dollar. That's not a boycott. That's a divorce. Period. If they change CEOs, I don't give a fuck if they triple their commitment dollars. I don't give a fuck what they do. Not a fucking dime for me ever again in life. Period. Not another stream ever again in life. Period. So yeah, be mad, mourn it, and let it help you get clear-eyed and motivated. Despair isn't going to help. As my Irish auntie would say, full disclosure, I don't have an Irish auntie, but as my Irish auntie would say, let's move from one cunt to the other. This is Jelena Ostapenko from Latvia. She was playing in the US Open. She was eliminated by a black woman, Taylor Townsend. She's a badass. We've got a lot of great tennis happening. Black people are doing the damn thing. It's a beautiful sight to see. The US Open is very, very enjoyable this year. If you don't know, I am a obsessive tennis fan. I don't care where the match is. I don't care what time it's on. I'm one of those people. Okay? I will be up 2:30 in the morning, 3, 4, I don't care. Whatever time it needs to be for me to see the match. Yeah, I'm an avid tennis fan. So rules and norms and protocols and traditions and all that shit, I'm well aware of the various tournaments around the world and just tennis in general. And I learned that through the lens of 2 Black women, Venus and Serena. So Jelena got her ass whooped on the court by Taylor Townsend. And there was a moment where Taylor hit the ball. It came into contact with the net. It fell in her favor. Oftentimes when a ball comes into contact and then falls in someone's favor, the person whose favor the ball fell in will acknowledge to the other player in some way, because that's not how you want to get a point, right? It's basically never intentional, but nevertheless, it's not how you want to get a point. And so the goal is to not be coming into contact with the net, right? It's tennis, so it's not how you want to get a point, but it happens. And oftentimes when it happens, you will see some kind of acknowledgement, from the person who, 1, hit the net, and then 2, receive the benefit of it point-wise, acknowledges to the other side. My bad. So such a situation occurred in last night's match, except Taylor just kept it pushing. And at the end of the match, this Nazi princess decided to insult her and then also basically threaten her. So, as you can see, there are photos and video, if you want to look it up, that they have an exchange. So I'm gonna read here from BBC Sport. American player Taylor Townsend and former French Open champion Jelena Ostapenko told her she had no class and no education in a heated U.S. Open row. Tension between the pair escalated after a net cord went in Townsend's favor during a 7-5, 6-1 second round win, and 25th seed Ostapenko accused her of not apologizing. The pair had a curt handshake after Townsend clinched victory before Latvian Ostapenko made a comment at the net. Both players continued to express their views in an animated argument at Ostapenko's chair. Asked what happened at the net, Townsend said, quote, "She told me I have no education, no class, and to see what happens if we play each other outside of the U.S. I said, I'm excited for that. Bring it on," end quote. On-court microphones picked up 29-year-old Townsend telling Ostapenko to take the L. I love how in parentheses, is the BBC. In parentheses, next to take the L, it says loss. Townsend, the world #1 doubles player, then whipped the crowd into a frenzy by celebrating with them wildly. Boos rang around court 11 as Ostapenko departed. There's no beef, added Townsend, but I didn't back down because you're not going to insult me, especially after I carried myself a certain type of way with nothing but respect. If I show respect to you, I expect respect as well. That's just the fact of the matter, end quote. Ostapenko, 28, is well known for allowing her frustrations to spill over and has previously received fines for unsportsmanlike conduct. I do believe she should be fined for this shit. Afterwards, she posted a message on Instagram accusing Townsend of being very disrespectful. Yeah, because she whooped your ass. The disrespect. I told my opponent she didn't say sorry for the net cord, but her answer was that she doesn't have to say sorry at all. Ostapenko, who won the Roland Garros title in 2018, wrote, "There are some rules in tennis." Oh my God. Really? There are rules?
I study rap battles for a living.
There are some rules in tennis which most of the players follow, and it was the first time ever that this has happened to me on tour. If she plays in her homeland, it doesn't mean she can behave and do whatever she wants. End quote. Yes, this not Latvian Nazi princess posted that on social media because she's racist. Townsend said she did not expect to receive an apology from Ostapenko. Quote, saying I have no education and no class, I don't really take that personally because I know that it's so far from the truth, Townsend said. If I allow what other people have to say about me to affect me in that way, then they win, end quote. And this is the shit that I don't like. Townsend, an African American who also asked if she thought there was a racial undertone to Ostapenko's comment, said, I didn't take it in that way. But also, that has been a stigma in our community of being not educated and of all the things when it's the furthest thing from the truth. Whether it had racial undertones or not, that's something she can speak on. Okay, I approve of all of that. I recant what I just said. That's something she can speak on. Ostapenko posted again on Instagram later on Wednesday to deny her comments had a racial element. I was never racist in my life, she wrote. I respect all nations of people in the world. For me, it doesn't matter where you come from. Well, it matters the words you come out of your mouth when you say somebody is no educated and has no class. Education denotes race. Class denotes race. Never in my life has a player, bitch, calm the fuck down. First of all, it's not a rule. If it was a rule, then Townsend would have lost the point. You could complain to the umpire and she would have lost the point. It's not a rule. It's common etiquette. It's not a rule. You are a bitch. You were not afforded common etiquette. You have no education. She whooped your ass. You won the French Open. So her tennis IQ is pretty off the fucking charts, let alone her ability. And what the fuck are you talking about? See what happens if I play you outside of the US, bitch. What are you gonna do? Except lose again. What are you going to do? What country would you like to meet in? I will whoop your ass again. Pull yourself together. She took her raggedy ass straight to school and educated her. I'm sorry. But exactly. Play me on my home turf. What, so you can commit a hate crime? Bitch, please. Is this what you want to do? Note to self, I will not be speaking at your, tennis Hall of Fame inauguration in 15 years like you weren't a racist piece of shit on the court. Maria. I said what I said. Serena lost her fucking mind. Mm, mm, mm. Ranked number 25 in the world. I saw there is a comedy special. Oh God. I'll have to think of the name of it. It's one of my all-time favorites. But there he has a joke about he's like, sometimes I think about how many people would have to die for me to be the best basketball player in the world. He doesn't play basketball. Some white country boy. He's like, I think about that. And that comes to mind with her. Ma'am, you have a lot of work to do if you think you're going to win another anything anywhere. You got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Hint, hint. A lot of work to do. It ain't got shit to do with Taylor. You have a lot of work to do if you want to win anything again. Yeah, ma'am. That's all I'm going to say about that. That just played in my mind. She just walks into the kitchen in the morning, all tired, grabs a bowl, grabs a spoon, grabs the alphabet, whatever they were called, pours them, goes and gets the milk, comes back, takes the cap off, looks down, pours, and realizes there's nothing but L's. Yep. That's why I said, you a bitch. You are not afforded a common courtesy. You hate everybody because you suck. You're shitty to everybody because you suck. Entitlement off the fucking charts. Never have I ever, when a white woman starts on the never have I ever in my life experienced what you just did to me shit, I'm like, well, can I do it to you 5 more times? So you get used to it. In the real world, you are not special. I literally can't count how many times I've had a white woman in a meeting. Well, I never. And I'm like, really? I'm your first? Well, shit. Can I be your second through your fifth too? I feel special. You got to start somewhere, baby. Pop that cherry. Let's go. This is what I'm saying. Imagine having so much privilege and you are literally the physical embodiment of mediocre. That's what people would also when people are like, I am offended. And the relevance is what? Get over yourself. Focus on the topic at hand. I be telling people, I'm so glad you said that out loud. You're wrong. I'm so glad you said that out loud. That's not relevant. I'm so glad you said that out loud. That's not what we're here for. Yeah. Yeah, there is no, there I study tennis for a living. There's rules to this shit and that isn't one of them. You're mad because she didn't show you deferential respect because you don't deserve deferential respect. You're mad that she didn't keep up the guise of it in public. That's what you're mad about. How dare she? Never have I ever. Well, welcome to real life. I'm uncomfortable. That wasn't my intention. Never have I ever. I'm offended. I don't even have to pull them out. From the hip. Pew, pew. 6 shooters in my sleep. Now that we've dispelled with all the bullshit, can we focus on why we're here in the conversation that needs to be had? Great. Jesus Christ, baby. Uh, yep. Yep. So yeah, I just needed to, put on the record here. This woman has no class. She's not educated on the ways of us. And that we have the right to have the nerve to have self-respect above anything else. Especially their fragile little white feelings. Princess Latvia. So that happened. Yeah, that happened. And she's an idiot. All right. Oh, I think we're making really good time. We made really good time. I think we gave both of those topics a good fair breath. Oh God. All right. Well, I'm glad we're all on the same page. Let's talk about Billboard's hoe ass. Let's talk about Billboard because lists are so annoying, because they are stupid, pointless, largely designed, for rage engagement. Um, and, you know, so there's that. But also, Billboard, Complex, a couple other places just are forever trying to be up Aubrey's ass about one thing or another. So, the first thing we have to say is this shit is not scientific. Okay. It is allegedly based on numbers. But the problem here is genres are a funny thing, aren't they? In terms of the business of music and the commodification of music, we, the culture, the people, don't get to pick what goes into a genre or what is considered in a genre. So let's start with the fact that what these white publications consider to be R&B is not necessarily what we would define it as, and what they consider to be hip hop is also not necessarily who or what we would define it as in totality, right? And then they fuck it up even more by deciding we're going to put the two on the same list. And this is how we get Alicia Keys at number 10 and Eminem at number 9. Let's start there. R&B hip hop. Alicia Keys, number 10. Eminem, number 9. Okay. All right. Thank God. Rihanna. Jay-Z at number 7. Waynard. That's my new name for him. Waynard. I needed a little bit more to work with that really embodies how I feel every time I have to see his face or talk about him or say his name. So now his name is Waynard. Here. Okay? Waynard, number 6. Top R&B hip hop artist. Usher. Okay. Chris Brown. Beyonce at number 2. Drake at number 1. They had a bunch of arbitrary and unimportant things to say about literally everybody else on this list, but with Drake, they just go straight to numbers. 30 number ones, 135 top 10 hits. 15 of his project reached the summit on top R&B and hip hop albums in the measurement period. Again, we don't decide what goes into those genres. They do. So aside from the fact that this motherfucker is pop, I said what I said. I know some of you are going to melt down. And then they have the nerve. The very last sentence is, started from the bottom, now we're here. Drake made a signature recap in 2013, and here continues to be the top. Who paid for this shit? Who paid for this? This is hilarious. It literally, that is the last sentence. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Drake made a signature recap in 2013, and here continues to be the top. Is somebody reading this out loud to him in the morning when he's taking off his waist trainer and checking out his bread rolls? Is it like mirror, mirror on the wall? Like it just starts talking when he steps in front of it with his like affirmation? Child, the AI of it all. I was like, this is terrible writing. They are so. I did a thing last year, a video about glazing and Billboard and Drake, but also in the broader context of like reactor community and what glazing is versus what it isn't. Duh. Um, yeah. So, child, I've been done new. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Drake made a signature recap in 2013, and here continues to be the top. Like that work terrible. Just bad. Bad. But that's your boy. There he is. Look at him. Of the 21st century. They said of the century. So from between 2001 and 2100, they're saying it's Drake. I hope that you understand that. They are saying, do you understand that? the projection of it's the whole ass 21st century. Like, do you understand that the 21st century goes until the year 2100? It's 2025. If this is not a whole ass fucking joke, I don't know what is. They are saying that nobody in the next 75 years will accomplish what Drake accomplished between 2009 and like 2024. Ever. What the fuck is wrong with people? Do they though, Kiki? Do they? I'm not going to give them credit for that. I'm not going to make that assumption. No. Mm-mm. I'm not quite sure that that's the case. It's the most ludicrous thing ever. Just dumb. So, I really don't have anything else to say except for this is fucking laughable. Nobody asked for this except for Drake. Nobody needed this except for Drake. Nobody cares about this list except for Drake. It's so transparent for what it is. It's just ridiculous. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Is this reductive, selective reasoning or what? Let me have my fun. Let me have my fun. No, it's not going to be used for or against him in court. It is arbitrary and stupid and pointless. So, yeah. Again, I don't really have much more to say about the topic at hand, except for I saw it because again, you know, it has made news. As if it's valid. So, let me see. What is it? I'm trying to recall and I can't. See if I can find it. Oh, I think I had to look it up. Oh, I see. Suge Knight has a reason to be talking or something. There it is. So it's being reported everywhere else. And this is why I know about it, because I certainly don't read, care about, or follow Billboard, but it's everywhere else. Drake, top artist of the 21st century, is basically being reported everywhere as if it's a real thing. That's what's so funny to me. Yeah, that's what's funny to me is it's being reported everywhere as if it is a real thing, and it's so stupid. Pull yourself together. I don't know why people try and do that smearing thing on of like, I'm just going to smear whatever I think the integrity of Beyonce and Jay-Z is onto Drake to make Drake look like he is in a better light. This isn't the conversation we're having here. This is a mischaracterization of the situation, which people on this channel know because we're not fucking dumb. And again, it's not the conversation. So you can either get with the conversation at hand or you can catch the airlock. I don't really care. But for whatever reason, OV hoes need to feel like they need to jump in here and clean up Drake's image or attach Drake's image to somebody who you perceive that will like. We're not 12. Feel like the top hip hop artists wouldn't need to sell pooper scoopers either, but you know, alas, here we are. Body pillows, pooper scoopers. Yeah, get off my channel. Go check out your Amazon cart. Yeah, it's stupid. No, you're not. You're allowed to say get on topic or you're going to catch the airlock. So that's it. Those are the topics that I had on my list to chit chat with y'all about. Oh, that's fucking great. The ECF filing system is down. It's one of the most hacked government websites in government, by the way. This is the docket website. It's just great. Just fucking great. Anyway, feel like there was something else I was gonna say, but I can't think of it. So, yeah, titties and whatnot. It's been a minute. Mm. All right, here we are. LBG. I have a bad shoulder. That's my news. I have a bad shoulder. It started bothering me yesterday. And it's really bothering me today. So if I start doing old lady stretches, that's why. So annoying. So anyway, what else is going on with you beautiful people? Yeah, I'm gonna go contort my body into a pretzel and do some stretching after this, and probably take something because there's no reason to suffer all day, pretty much. Only at the burlesque class that I go to, which admittedly does carry over into home life. So accurate. Oh yeah, we talked about this yesterday during morning coffee. Yeah, very pleased. There's a point. Very pleased. There's a good point. A good point, not just a point, but a good point, a pivotal point. Yeah, very pleased about that. No, it's not a live announcement. It'll be on the post tab in a half an hour, and I will be gone in 15. Some of you are like, she's gonna interview Kendrick on the moon. That's not what's happening. Calm down. Let's bring it right back down to earth, people. That's not what's happening. Oh, I have all the things. I have all of the things. So thank you. I appreciate you. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Not this year. We'll see. We'll see about next year, but not this year. Although I will say I am trying to secure a couple interviews before the end of the year. And if I do, you and me will be shocked. And you won't even be able to guess who. So, and we're not going to start that now. Okay. That's not what the announcement is about. So we're not going to start that now. Instead, let me tell you all how it is that Oscar came to eat Fico the Fly. Which, by the way, Fico's relatives have had their revenge because there is now a fly in my house that is the size of a fucking penny. I swear to God, that motherfucker is so big. And he follows me every fucking where. But anyway, Oscar ate Fico the Fly. So what had happened was, last we discussed the saga of Fico the Fly. He was dead at the bottom of the freezer. Right? Right. So I took Fico out of the freezer. And remember, I said to y'all, I'm gonna set him aside in something and see what happens. Even though he dead, that boy dead. He ain't coming back to life. But for scientifical purposes, and because I am a woman of my word, I have these little compostable bowls that I put cat food in. And no, that's not what happened. Don't get ahead of me. That's not what happened. So I put Fico in one of the bowls and went on about my life. And Fico thawed out. He definitely dead. Later, I needed to put some food out, right? So I grab the bowl. I know FICO is in there. I am not about to put food in the bowl with FICO, okay? I take the bowl. I take the thing of food. I go outside onto the front steps. Oscar's like, yes, I'm hungry. I'm like, I know. I flick the bowl. Oscar's ear pricks. He looks over. FICO's body has landed on the sidewalk. And you can see it. The sidewalk is clean. And the cement is kind of bright. So in this square of, bright cement is one black dot that Oscar heard land. And he's like, oh, what's that? And I'm like, no. Ate that motherfucker up. Came back up the stairs like, what else do you have for me? I was like, they're not gonna believe me. They're not gonna believe me. That was the first thing I thought. I was like, they're not gonna believe me. They're not gonna believe me. He dead. FICO dead. Now his uncle up in my house like, until you do right by me, everywhere you go, I'm a buzz. Oh. So, yeah, that's what happened. Big ol' R.I.P. R.I.P. spelled out in flowers. R.I.P. He did and dead again. The way I just looked at Oscar like, boy, they're not gonna believe me. I was just like, I cannot believe. Oh God. It was literally like watching a cartoon cat. That ear said, "Whoop." And I was like, oh my God. No. Yeah. So pretty much. I would have believed you if you said he caught FICO before he landed, child. I might have had to sit down on that one. I mean, I've definitely seen Oscar snatch something out of the sky or try. Yeah, I don't know what I would have done. I would have been like, boy, you murderer. Oh gosh, yeah. I swear to God, the laugh that I got out of that, of just like, I can't believe that happened. I immediately was like, they're not gonna believe me. And then I was just giggling to myself because this is even a thing. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that this is even a thing is hilarious to me. I was like, note to self, another FICO update for the channel. I think about y'all all the time for all kinds of different reasons throughout a given day. Oh yeah, he would go over and smell it, and then he would have immediately walked away. No, he's not doing that. That's why that motherfucker was alive in my house. So much he saw that big ass Uncle Fly flying around my fucking house yesterday, and he was just like, oh, looks like a you problem. Like, wow. Double homicide. Would have never done thought that was how it was gonna go. I was just like, let me get it out of the bowl. And Oscar was like, say less. Oh my God. It's so annoying. It is so annoying. And of course curses on me because that fly that's in here now, he's upstairs, which is another thing that's fucking irritating. When I go upstairs to get away from your ass, you're supposed to stay downstairs. Anyway, Uncle Fly Fly is 10 times more obnoxious than FICO was. I was like, fucking fine, I get it. I tried to get him out of the freezer. He would not come out. But Uncle Fly Fly is here to avenge his family's honor or whatever. I'm like, whatever, bro. You gonna die too. You gonna die too. Go in the wrong room. Let me close the door. Shit. Annoying. It's ridiculous. He brought a baby rat a couple days ago and was dead. Dead. Yeah. I was like, oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. This morning, I woke up, I'm gonna say around 5. And I usually feed the cats between 5:30. Excuse me, I usually feed the cats between 6 and 6:30. Oscar was outside my front door at 5:15 this morning, yowling. I came downstairs. There's frosted glass in the door, which can be really unsettling. But so um I'm sitting here, checking some things, getting kind of like, my morning tabs up and running and figuring out what am I gonna eat and shit like that. And I can hear him out there, just dramatically. I was just like, oh my God. And then he just puts his body up on the glass and does a big boy stretch against the glass and is like doing the thing on the door. I'm like, boy, you are too cute. You need to quit it. But yeah, there are some days where he just comes by like, I am fucking famished. Hurry up. And I'm just like, damn. So funny. So funny. He took 2 bites and then he walked away. What he really enjoyed was morning pets and morning neck scratches. He really enjoyed that. The food, he was like, yeah, okay, all right, whatever. And then he left. But the drama to get it there, I was like, I can hear. When I first heard it, I was like, I know that is not Oscar outside crying for food. Because first of all, you're fine. Let's just be clear. You're fine. You are fine. No, he said now. So funny. I know somebody else had to have heard him and have been like, that's Oscar trying to wake up the neighbor for some food. I'm like, I'm up. Give me a minute. So funny. And also really funny that he came to the front door. Now that I think about it, he probably doesn't know that I'm sleeping up there now. Because now that I'm thinking about it, he used to come to the back when my office was upstairs and sit on the top of the fence and meow up to my office because he could see me. But he can't see me in that room now because bubble wrap. And also because I'm laying down sleep. So yeah, he came to the front door. Get up. I'm hungry. Wow. Oh, he came right back up the stairs. He was like, appetizer. Great. Okay, so What's the pate of the morning? Yeah. Yeah. He's a goof. He is such a goof. I actually had a dream about him. Um, I went back to bed after I fed the cats. And then, of course, I can't go outside and feed him and then not also feed Princey. So I fed Princey. And this was either after I went back to sleep or before I even got up. I had a dream that Oscar was finally living in the house. And something had happened. There were other animals as well that had come in and were now living in the house. But it started with like somehow Oscar got in a window or something while I wasn't home and came in. And he and Princey, by the time I got home, had worked it out. Basically, they had worked it out and then decided, let's go get a couple more friends and bring them in too. So I came home to like 4 or 5 animals in my house. That was my morning dream. And they were all very happy to be here. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like in my dream, I came home from wherever and Oscar and Princey were like curled up, napping together. And I could feel in my body the reaction in the dream of, oh my God, I can't believe what I'm looking at right now. Like I could feel that in my body. That's what made it a memorable dream because I had a visceral reaction to that in my dream of like, what? Yeah. Kai and the Kittens of Doom. The kittens are teething and have decided that they will chew on everything but the teething toys. We got them. Oh, you can get some, try some catnip spray on what you want them to, if you haven't already. You probably have, but you can try that. It's not expensive. It's a couple bucks. Um, that might help. Did you get my email? I'm just wondering. You don't have to get into details. Just a yes or a no will suffice. Because that will also let me know if I actually sent it or if I just drafted it. It was late. So those are my stories. All right, cool. Take your time. No rush. No rush. No rush. Take your time. What's the rush? That's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the day. And just that portion, nothing else. Great. Great, 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 great. Oh, this is so hell. Oh, I can't believe the EFC system is down. Jesus, why would you do this to me? Amen. Hallelujah. There definitely could be worse things. I should just say thank you to the universe for the blessing, and may I have another. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. I'm not going to be talking about all of the other devastating real life shit that's happening in the world. We'll save that for another day, you know? Yeah. I have to go get ready for my meeting. But 10 minutes on the post tab, there will be an announcement. It's interactive in a way, so interact with it. And, depending on what else happens throughout the rest of the week, I may see you, I may not. If I don't, have a wonderful rest of the week and a very good weekend. And if I do, I guess we'll talk about it when it happens. Whatever it is. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.